What's going on, everyone? So let's talk about the 80-20 rules and how it applies to your wealth. So if you didn't know, wealth is 80% habit and 20% math. So a lot of people think that there's a lot to go into building wealth, but at the end of the day, most
Personal finance is 80% behavior. It's only 20% head knowledge. The knowledge, the details of what you need to do to become wealthy and handle money well are not rocket science. Live on less than you make. Get on a written plan. Invest. Stay out of debt. Have money saved for an emergency. Don't sign debt for somebody else called co-signing.
habits is the key to building wealth. Now, you can do all different type of habits to build your wealth. And some of the habits could be including creating and following a budget, paying off debt, investing in your future.
80% of millionaires are first generation. And you know what else? First account that reaches 7-figure status for most millionaires, their 401k.
And creating an emergency fund. Those are the common sense one everyone talks about. But let's talk about how to really build wealth and some of the habits I have and I've seen other people have to really build wealth. Now, I'm lazy when it comes to finance. I'm super lazy. I'm not doing a budget every month. I kind of mentally do it, but at the end of the day, I hate doing a budget. So, what do I do to fix this? So, the first thing I do is automate all my investments and saving contribution. So, if I want to buy an investment house, if I want to buy anything or buy stocks and bonds, I automate it. That's the number one habit I do to build wealth. Yes, that's part of budgeting. Yes, you can do a savings account. And yes, you can establish a timeline. But at the end of the day, if you don't do it, it doesn't matter. So the very first thing you need to do, if you want to do this 80-20% rule, is to build up the habit of building your wealth. So one of the habits you need to build up is just automate your savings.
The best way to save money is to make it automatic. Set up a direct transfer to your savings account every time you get paid.
And that will help you build your wealth. Now, there's other things, other habits like reducing unnecessary expenses and building a emergency fund and building up a savings. Yes, you can automate those too, but I like to add all those in automation so you don't have to really budget. Now, let's talk about the number 2 habit that I really think will help you become wealthy. And number 2 is increasing your income. So if you come home and just work on a side job or work on Etsy, work on a small business, guess what? You will get another source of income eventually. So if you are doing eBay and you're drop shipping on eBay, or you're drop shipping, or you're selling real estate, you consistently do the calls. You consistently take people to see houses. Eventually, you will get that income. Now, I'm not saying you have to spend 8-9 hours on your side hustle and sit there and spend all day. If you set aside a small amount of time and consistently do it as a habit, guess what? You are going to end up making more money. It'll increase your income. I don't spend all day on my eBay. I don't spend all day on my real estate. Know what I do? I go to work. I come home, spend about an hour on my eBay. That's it, just an hour. So I try to post a few items a day and then ship out any items that I need to ship out. And that's it. Same thing with my YouTube channel. I try to spend very little time doing it, make these videos, think of the videos, and then edit them. So I try to only spend a couple hours as a habit of doing it, not a lot of time, so I can increase my income. And yes, there's other things you can do to increase your income, like doing Uber or anything else like that. Uber, you can flip things, you can go pick up furniture and waste more time on it, but those takes kind of a lot of time, and I kind of like to increase my income with very little work and just based off habits. I kind of want to do my drop shipping and my rental property because it does bring in side income and I don't have to spend a lot of time on it without getting into my family time. So it's based off your time and I'm able to do it consistently. Now, some people say setting a goal and learning about investment and will help you increase your income. But at the end of the day, you can learn all you want. Yes, you can build this into your habit, but I don't think that's a real way to help you because you can build a habit, but let's say you go home and spend hours learning how to invest. But if you don't build into a habit to actually do something, it's not a really good habit. So I don't tell people to do that. I tell people to maximize your retirement account. That is your third habit. If you maximize your retirement account with the match and you consistently do it, you will build your wealth efficiency over time with very little work. And you can do your due diligence and study of those stocks you have in your investment that your company allows you or in the Roth. So you aren't wasting a lot of time. The issue about it is a lot of people say, oh, build these habits, build these habits. But what happens if those habits are not building equal amount of wealth compared to? Because remember, if majority of your time is you trying to build up wealth, you are doing too much. And what do I mean by if you're putting too much effort into it? If you are spending 20 hours, 30 hours, and getting very little return, that habit might not be worth it. Just think about that. Because if you want to get a good return efficiently, you just automatically double your money at your company every single month or every single paycheck by investing your 401k, 403b, or retirement account match at your company. That's automatically doubling your investment with no work. So that's a habit you want to get into. It's a very smart habit too. You see where that's coming at. And lastly, the last habit that I tell everyone to get into is protect your asset with insurance. Now, you can get homeowners, auto, rental, and disability insurance, but the habit of protecting your wealth, making sure you cover all your assets and understanding it. Now, you need to understand why it's a habit because you need to make sure you have insurance and do your due diligence on saving yourself money every year on it. It's a habit. You put very little time into it. You just call 4 or 5 places to see if they can beat your rate. And guess what? You can get a renter insurance cheaper. You can get auto insurance cheaper, home ownership cheaper, disability insurance cheaper. But you have to shop around, and it only takes, maybe 2 or 3 hours emailing a few places, and you can save thousands of dollars. So those are the habits I tell you to pick up if you want to make a big return on your time for your investment for the 80-20 rule. Now, yes, I do understand financial habits. There's a lot out there that you can do to help build your wealth. And comment down below if you have any that save you time and effort and get you an actual good return. Because yes, setting financial goals is a good one, but if you spend 2-3 months on setting a financial goal and have to change it every month, it really isn't an efficient habit. And yes, it's still a good habit to do, but you just have to understand not to waste too much time on it. That same thing like creating a budget and tracking your expenses. Yes, you can do that, but if you spend every waking moment doing that, you really aren't saving yourself that much money. That much effort you're putting into it, you could start a business. That's why I don't tell you this habit is it's a great habit to have, but yes, you do need to create a budget, track your expenses. But you just can't spend all day saying, oh, I can only spend X amount of this month. And then you just say, I can't spend X amount. But if you sit there every day looking at your expense report, saying, okay, I spent too much today, I spent too little today, you know what? That's just going to drive you nuts. It doesn't get you a great return. So picking your habit is very important. to build your financial wealth. And that's why I say the 80-20% rule matters when you build wealth, because 80% of your habits will build majority of your wealth. So, or 20% of your wealth is building up by math. So understand this. Majority of your wealth is going to be built with the smallest habits you have, and not really the ones that take up all your time. And those are the habits you need to make sure you do. Like and subscribe to my video, and that's all I got for you.